anyone else? Please.
I don't need a microphone.
You don't need a microphone.
Okay, I have two questions, right? It's a really deep personal question, not for me personally, but personal as in the sense of this community in Cape Town. Right, the first question, when you started dancing, I distinctively remember a lot of, let's say, older dancers criticizing you on what you do, how you do it, telling you what you're not doing. A lot of things like that, yet it still didn't hold you back at the end of the day to become one of the top choreographers in South Africa. Just in terms of thought process, how did you deal with such things? Because for myself, for up and coming choreographers, dancers such as DZ, Brandon, myself, Jody, whatever, we often get a lot of slack for doing what we do and what we know. How do we overcome that and just become ourselves without being badly, or not, I shouldn't say badly, but influenced or put down by older generations who won't allow us to grow as an individual? Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. It's a difficult question because, like for me, when I was getting a lot of criticism when I was younger, I didn't really know why people were saying what they said. I just know that they were saying it. I don't think I ever went as far as trying to find out why people were talking about me. I just kind of had to accept, like, I'm new on the scene, people are going to say something. But I find most of the times people are just not welcoming to new people in the industry because they feel like they've already set their place and they almost demand respect from other people because of that. And that's not even a Cape Townian thing at all, like I see that everywhere. It's very difficult to explain, like I can't like really retrace my steps. I just know that I was definitely affected by it. It's not that it never touched me at all. I was definitely affected by it because I was just trying to do what I like doing. That's at the end of the day what I was always doing. I just tried to do what I'm doing. And I think I just stuck around long enough for people to be like, okay, he's not going to be like this person who comes in and does something for the hype of it and then leaves again. I think I stuck around long enough for people to realize I'm serious enough. And maybe that is what's needed sometimes. You almost need to hang around a long time for people to realize, okay, he's not here for fun and games. Like he actually, or she actually wants to like make an impression on their community. So I think it's about taking the time to let your community understand A, where you're coming from, and B, what it is that you're trying to do. Because right now we are seeing the new generation either do one of two things. They're either enjoying dancing because they want to get to a certain point, then be like, I did it and go, or they have long-term goals. And you need to make people that are in a higher position, which I don't believe in, but anyway, understand that you are either that type A or that type B, and until they find kind of the answer from you in terms of what you're producing and doing in the industry, I think then they'll realize, okay, this person's not joking around, let's accept them into our community. And it sounds crazy, like I feel crazy as I say this, but that's how our scene has happened to move. Like I don't even include myself in the scene many times because I literally, if there were two trains on the track, like I'm running on the field next to the train. That's how I feel. I don't want to be included in whatever people think is right and is wrong because it's the fact that I didn't include myself in it years ago that has me in this position right now. I just didn't want to be a part of it. Whether people like me or not, it wasn't for them. There was a point where I definitely feel like I danced for people and I wanted to impress people. Definitely, and you're probably going to go through that if you haven't gone through it already, but you will learn to make the switch when the time is right. I think like what's very important for me about a Q&A is you can't really find the answers always. You need to let your journey unfold. Like let's say if I posted a YouTube video every Sunday at 7 p.m. and ate a slice of chocolate cake afterwards and then went to the gym, just because I did that and that helped me become something doesn't mean if somebody else does it too, it's going to help them become something. You know, like everybody walks different paths. So it's a very difficult question to answer. I feel like I've only answered you like 50% because it's a tricky question. I don't really know how people's minds work and why they say what they say. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you. Sorry guys, just because of time, because you're already over time, I'm just going to do one more question. But after this, please feel free to like message me and make contact with it. Because of time, I'm going to allow us. Okay, we need one more, then we have to.
From the top of your head, 3 things that you would say to dancer who's just starting off should do in order to grow.
Okay, train. First of all, train. Go to every single workshop, class, open class, everything that you can. Do everything you can. Hip hop, contemporary, ballet, jazz, everything you can. I wish I did that. I didn't do that. I just did hip hop all the time. So I wish today I could change that, but I'm still happy. So that's very important. Training. Know why you are dancing. That should actually be point number 1. Like, are you dancing for the fun of it? Are you dancing in order to make a career out of it? Are you dancing in order to become a music video dancer? Like, find your goal and find your position in what you want to achieve. That's very important, because the power of your mindset is very important. If you are training but you don't know what you're training for, then you kind of can't put A and B together and you don't know really what you're aiming for. And then C, be honest with yourself. That is like the most important thing ever. If you feel like you are killing something and somebody's not like, oh, you're amazing, then you should be like, okay, I should go watch myself in the mirror. Why do I feel like I'm killing it? Like, what's going on? Look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, either like, oh, I'm not killing it. Or you're like, I'm killing it. If anybody doesn't like my movement, cool. Like, we need to learn how to be like that in the industry, because sometimes people are just not going to accept how you move. They're not going to like it. I was like that. Everybody thought I was weird because I was doing all these quirky things, and I was cool with it because I was cool with it. I could move on peacefully. If I was unhappy about that, I wouldn't have been able to like move on peacefully and do what I wanted to do. You need to have that sense of like freedom in order to really achieve what you want to achieve, because if you feel like what you're doing is whack, then you really can't achieve anything because you don't even believe in yourself, you know?
Okay, cool. I think that's that. Thank you so much, Rudi. Thank you so much.